I've been working on personal development for the past 4 years, and I got a chance to meet Jeff Olsen up in Ventura, and I decided that I was going to read The Slight Edge, and which has impacted my life. But I'm here today to talk to you about my son Sean, who's 14 years old. That's my pride and joy. He had some success a few years ago. He actually landed a Got Milk commercial. He did music videos. He did some promos for television, and it was really exciting. But one of the problems that happened was that in order for him to renew his work permit, he needed to become an AP student. And his grades had went down to C, D's, and F's. And as a parent, I kind of was like frustrated and a little confused on what was the best way that I would be able to help him. So I gave him the book that I purchased last July, Successful Teens, and I think he probably read half of it. And I wasn't expecting that it was going to help his grades, but what I was hoping that we would have more of a connection, me and my son. So in September, the day before he started the new school year, I wanted to have a one-on-one talk with him about his goals and his dreams, and about becoming an AD student. Because he has big dreams and big goals, and one of those goals is he wants to attend UCLA. The second, he wants to be a pilot in the Air Force. And his third, he wants to be an astronaut, and that's his goal since he's been 5 years old. So I told him that those kind of dreams mean hard work. So they were having the team workshop at the Anaheim Fall Bash, and I asked him if he would like to go, and he said yes. And so when we walked in, I was surprised to see that there were all these round tables. It wasn't set up like it is here. And there were no seats left. And he found a seat, though, all the way in the back, facing the back of the stage, back of the room, I should say. And I said, you know what? Looking at him with his body language and his attitude, I said, you know, this isn't going to work out. So I said, Sean, let's go and find a seat closer to the stage. So we approached closer, and I found him a seat at the second table. And as he was sitting down, this boy comes over and he puts his hand on my son's shoulder and says, what are you doing here? And he says, my dad made me come. So the boy said, why don't you come sit with us? He goes, I have a seat for you at the first table. And my son said, okay. And I turned to my son and I said, who is this boy and how do you know him? So he said, that's Jonathan. He's on my volleyball team. So I turned to the boy and I said, your parents are in Nerium? And he said, yes. And so here I was like, because you always want to make sure that your child is safe and they're in the right environment. So now I felt comfortable, not only that he was with his teammate, but now both of them were going to be hearing Slight Edge principles. So I went down into my training and I took him home, and being a teenager, I didn't get much out of him, like, so what'd you think? So he says, it was okay. I was like, all right. So 2 months passed, and his mom said, you need to take a look at this. And I thought, oh my gosh, now what did he do? She handed me a manila envelope, and I pulled it out, and it said, Sean Ferris has achieved honor roll. And I pulled out his report card, and it was all A's and B's. So I started to congratulate my son about his efforts. And I was just amazed. And she said, hold on, you need to see this also. So she handed me another manila envelope. And I pulled it out, and it read, Principal Achievement Certificate. Wow. I couldn't believe what was happening, and a lot of thoughts were running through me. So all I could tell him was that I loved him, that I was proud of him, and that it was time to celebrate, and whatever you wanted to do, let's go do it. So he said, I want to go to Joe's Crab Shack. So I said, well, it's fine, so let's go do it. So we went, we ate crab, and it was actually one of the best memories to this day that I have with my son. It even gets better. next was 2 months ago, in front of his whole school, they had a special award, and we didn't expect him to get anything else. And next thing we know, he got this award called the St. Anthony Padua Certificate of Achievement. I don't even know what that means or what it was all about. But once I read it, it said, for demonstrating loyalty, friendship, and personal achievement. So here I'm thinking, like, this is amazing because this is all the characteristics of true integrity that we're hearing today. That the slight edge principles are already working within my son. It was... What's interesting about this is that if he was able to get that out of it, I decided that I was going to take this to his principal. So I caught her sitting in church one day after, and I approached her and told her what was happening with my son and how his grades had changed about reading success for teens. So I asked her if she would read it, and she said she would. And she would get back to me. Well, I decided to get back to her. And I suggested to her, if she had liked it, why don't we get this in all the hands of the 8th graders before they graduate into high school? And she agreed. So we are in that process right now of putting the book into 24 students' hands, which actually will help a ripple effect within their friends and their family. I don't know where I'd be without personal development today. I mean, it's really helped me a lot. But what's more important is that it has changed my son, a 14-year-old boy's life. And without success for teens, I'm not sure where he'd be at these days. Thank you very much. God bless you.